Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. I'm going to start today by shuffling the Energy Oracle Cards deck, but first I want to start by saying welcome. Thank you so much for tuning into today's reading. I am sending you all so much love and light energy. As always, I hope you're all doing really well, and of course I would love to hear from you in the comments on YouTube if you feel guided to share any thoughts or messages regarding how you've been doing with the energies recently. As I was shuffling, I pulled the Happy Family card in the upright position, and I so clearly heard someone saying, I value peace above all else. So if you're listening to this reading, I have a feeling that you are someone who, at this stage in your soul's evolution, really values the peace of your life and specifically of your connections. You may have been through connections or relationships that felt very chaotic in nature. But what I'm picking up from this card is that at this point in your growth, not only do you value those peaceful connections, but it's actually necessary for you to have this energy of peace around you. It's supporting you in some kind of high-level spiritual mission path or purpose that you are upon now. Of course, when we talk about spiritual purpose, this could be anything in your life that lights you up, anything that you feel passion for. Because it doesn't have to be something we inherently label as spiritual. Everything you infuse with your highly spiritual, high vibrational essence, your soul frequency, is spiritual in nature, even if it looks physical on the surface. So I'm picking up that the energy of peace is really supporting you at this time. And in fact, not only are you actively holding the standard for peaceful circumstances, environments, friendships, and connections, but your spirit guides are actually protecting your path in such a way that chaotic people, situations, and vibrations are finding it more difficult to connect with you. If you've noticed that certain people or situations have been blocked out of your life or maybe dropped out of your life very suddenly, the same with environments. Maybe an environment just repelled you out of it or pushed you out of it, like a job that pushed you out of it. Regardless, there may have been chaotic aspects to those individuals or situations that would have disrupted your peace. So it's like those bumpers went up, those energetic walls of protection went up and blocked those people or things out of your life. I'm hearing you felt like you were repelled, but really you were being held in divine protection. Your path was being protected. So I don't know who that's for, but if you've had that experience of finding people or situations repelled from your life recently, I'm getting that there was a highly divine reason for that. Okay, so I want to know more about what this spiritual mission and path is looking like for you. I am speaking to someone who's felt as though their path has taken longer to evolve than others because we have the Patience card in the upright position. So I see that your spiritual path has very much been a gradually unfolding purpose. It's something that's been coming together very gradually, very naturally here, something that you've been patient about or have been gradually working towards for a long time. And I'm hearing everything is on track for you. So if it has felt as though it's taken a long time for your purpose or your path to fully reveal itself or to fully come together, it's because you have a very grand purpose and are meant to make a huge impact on this planet. The greater the impact you are meant to have, the greater the purpose. In a sense, the longer it can take in the physical world for that purpose to fully reveal itself or come together. And even situations in the past where you may have thought that you wanted to manifest a specific outcome, a certain job or a certain pathway, but it didn't happen even in those instances, you were being preserved for this very grand spiritual purpose that you are finding yourself upon now. Because the sense I'm getting is that you're feeling yourself coming onto this pathway, coming into this grand purpose, but it might not feel fully revealed yet. It might feel as though it's still gradually coming together. So what else can I channel about your mission or purpose here? Part of your mission is to awaken and activate divine masculine energy, to heal divine masculine energy. You do this specifically, well, in many ways, but specifically, I'm clearly getting two different pathways that you go about activating and healing divine masculine energy. The first is through the way in which you heal, activate, and balance your internal divine masculine. If you identify more so with the divine feminine, many wounded feminines actually walk around feeling wounded, feeling broken, feeling powerless because they have an internal masculine energy that is unbalanced. that is unhealed. And so as you've been activating and healing your internal divine masculine, you've been healing your wounded feminine as well. It's bringing everything into balance. And when you heal something within yourself, you heal it for the collective because you then radiate that healed. Balanced energy that naturally positively influences and uplifts not only everyone around you physically, but everyone on a collective level to some extent as well, because we are all connected in consciousness through this quantum web of interconnection. But the second way in which you heal masculine energy is through the way in which you trigger and activate masculines that you come across in the physical world. Now, I want to say here as well that whenever I refer to masculine or feminine energy, these are not correlating to particular genders. We're talking about a balance of energies within us. In fact, we all have a balance of masculine and feminine energy within each of us. So that's just a little bit of clarification there. I'm getting that you activate other physical masculines through the way you trigger them energetically. Now, for some of you listening, for example, if you are a very powerful divine feminine, simply stepping into your fearlessness, stepping into your power, might be naturally triggering to many wounded or unawakened masculines on the planet. And this in itself is a form of divine masculine activation. For others of you, this might happen more so on an individual level. You might find yourself meeting or interacting with physical masculine energies who are seeking higher levels of consciousness, whether they are fully aware of it or not, who are seeking for more in essence in their physical life experience, who are seeking to know themselves on a deeper level emotionally and spiritually. You interact with these individuals in such a way that allows them to deepen their level of consciousness through self-introspection. Something about the way that you appear and present yourself in the world causes these masculines that you trigger and activate to actually introspect and look more deeply within themselves as a result. Now, it's interesting. I know I said you don't necessarily have to be a divine feminine if you're resonating with these messages. However, I feel that for many of you listening, you are very likely a divine feminine coming through here. The person or the people that you are connecting with, in this case triggering and activating, are masculines in your life or that you interact with somehow out in the world. I will most likely be putting the term divine feminine in the title of this video because, again, I am picking up that the majority of people who resonate with this reading will also resonate more with their internal divine feminine energy. So I'm going to be reshuffling the cards here. What else is your purpose here on earth? You are stabilizing and grounding in something. I'm hearing you are stabilizing a very high level energetic frequency that's coming to earth at this time. How are you stabilizing this frequency? I heard for some of you through a union or partnership. So again, this won't be for everyone listening, but for some of you, part of how you are stabilizing this very high vibrational frequency of unconditional love, abundance, inspiration, and peace is happening in part through a physical union that you are stabilizing with another person. This could be a business partnership, a friendship, or a parent-child bond, but I'm getting that for many of you, this is a romantic situation. There's someone that you're coming into a union with here physically in the physical world, or some kind of mutual physical connection or partnership, and the way that you are physically interacting with this person is helping to ground in this very high level energy. Now, of course, this may not resonate for everyone. I might just be speaking to a certain group here, but you will already know if this is for you because there's been a sense of power around this connection. There's been something about it that's felt incredibly unique to you, very uplifting to you, and deeply in alignment with a higher spiritual cause and purpose in a way that you haven't quite been able to define or explain in words. So again, it could be a family member, a romantic connection, or a business situation. Regardless, you felt the spiritual energy in this bond and have a recognition that the way you are connecting with this person is allowing you to ground in a very high vibrational energy. I keep hearing that the energy of unconditional love is the core energy. Yes, there might be many offshoots of energy, abundance, success, fulfillment, inspiration, and happiness, but at the core, it's unconditional love that you are stabilizing through your union or physical connection with this other person. My guides are saying as well that in some cases, this physical connection might look unconventional. So even if this is a romantic situation or was romantic in the past, your connection and the way that the two of you interact physically, the way this so-called physical union shows up, might actually look very unconventional in the physical world. Keep that in mind as well, that you are defining this in your own unique way. You are bringing this high vibrational energy to earth, yes, possibly through some kind of physical connection or union, but you're doing it in your own unique way as well. So what else can I channel about this bond bringing love? Oh, okay, so we have the Temple Path card in the upright position. For whatever reason, my guides want me to talk about 2 ways to know that I am referring to you in this portion of the reading. There is this person that you are bringing unconditional love to the planet via your bond with them physically. One way to know is simply that whenever you are around them more frequently or interacting with them more, you feel yourself coming more into alignment with your own true soul's purpose and path. Now, of course, this feeling of coming into alignment with your highest pathway is something that's hard to describe, but it's like you can sense things in your life beginning to morph and mold themselves, coming into greater alignment with your true soul purpose here on earth. As a result, when you're around this person, you might feel a higher level of inspiration. I'm also getting that your conversations with this person tend to be high level. This is a person that you discuss ideas with or discuss life, the world, spiritual things and concepts. This is because the nature of your bond is extremely high frequency, and therefore the most natural way for the two of you to communicate is on a very high divine level, talking about these kinds of high-level things and experiences as opposed to the mundane and the physical. Now, that's not to say you can't have those 3D conversations with this person that are more about mundane physical things. I feel those may occur as well. But your most natural state with this person, when the two of you feel the most bonded and connected, is when you are discussing very high-level spiritual concepts, ideas, and inspiring types of things. The second way that you can recognize this is for you is that when you're around this person, you feel, again, this is for those of you who are resonating more with your divine feminine. When you're around this person, you feel your goddess energy, your internal divine feminine energy, activated to a higher degree. This is because you're sensing this natural balance energetically with them. You're sensing this union spiritually with them that allows you to feel safe to fully express your divine feminine empowerment. I'm also getting that if you are a divine feminine, this might be someone that you feel able to be more emotive around, to be more creative around, to be softer in a sense, while still having that inner strength. It's someone that you don't feel you have to hold up an aggressive masculine front with. You don't feel you have to be harsh or rigid around this person. There's a lightness to your bond, and it brings out something within you that is softer, more emotionally expressive, more spiritually in tune and psychic as a result. This person really helps you connect more with your true spiritual self. We also have the throat chakra in the upright position. I see something occurring within the communication aspect of this connection. This might be someone that you've been communicating with more recently, or if not, this is someone who really wants to deepen the communication with you, or who wants to communicate more consistently with you. Okay, so again, this could be romantic, platonic, a business connection, or a family member, but I am getting that for many of you resonate more as the divine feminine, and the connection coming through was more romantic in nature. Okay, so the guides want me to talk about the dominant focus of your life at this moment, because I get that there have been many distractions trying to come into your life. You might even feel this temptation to be distracted at times in your own mind or your own energy. You might feel like you're spinning with a lot of different thoughts, ideas, potential pathways, or options in really any area of your life that feels relevant to you. But what I'm getting is that the dominant focus of your life is really a two-pronged focus here. The first is to stay connected with your intuition, and not only to stay connected to it, but to continuously work on trusting yourself more. Trust your inner self to guide you correctly. Trust your gut instinct. Trust those intuitive impulses. Part of this act of self-trust is an active thing. The guides are bringing up that part of how you learn to trust your intuition more is by allowing yourself to follow it and then seeing the magical ways that it unfolds. Connecting those dots consciously to times or ways in which you allowed yourself to trust your intuition and how that played out in the physical realm. This will build like a muscle the ability to trust your own intuition, which will be your dominant guide every step forward along the way. I'm hearing you might have many different options or pathways, but the more you connect with your intuition, the more that your highest vibrational pathway lights up for you with clarity. If something feels indecisive or unclear, or you're feeling overwhelmed by different options or pathways and you're not sure which way to go, the guides are saying rather than choosing externally, choose to go internally. Deepen that connection with your intuitive self. Go within until you find clarity, until a path lights up. Deepen that sense of connection with your intuition internally. Because when a pathway is ready for you and aligned with you and you're fully connected to your intuition, it will become extremely clear. It will light up for you. It will feel like the obvious path forward for you. And you will feel a passionate excitement moving down that pathway. Again, if you're not feeling that way about any particular option or pathway, the best thing you can do is relax and keep going deeper within your own spirit. Keep connecting more deeply to your own intuitive self until the pathway becomes clear. The second prong here, so to speak, when it comes to your dominant focus at this time is appreciation with the appreciation card. Now, I tend to associate this card with self-appreciation, which of course we sometimes coin as self-love. But self-love is equivalent to love expressed outward. Self-appreciation is equivalent in frequency to appreciation expressed outward. The more things we find to appreciate about ourselves, the more easily we find those things to appreciate in our world and in other people. And of course, vice versa. It's an energy that flows both directions, and I feel a dominant part of the energy work you are doing at this time is keeping that valve open energetically, keeping that constant flow of appreciation towards yourself and externally wide open. This will highly magnetize your energy and frequency, allowing you to manifest and pull in your desires much more quickly and effortlessly. I'm hearing that this leads to quantum leaps as well. The more that you magnetize your frequency through appreciation, both for yourself and for others, for the world and for aspects of your life, the more that you experience these moments that others call quantum leaps, which are really just radical shifts in your frequency held consistently enough that you leap onto a higher vibrational timeline correlating with that stable higher frequency. I'm going to be reshuffling the cards here. I'm hearing only connect with the people and things that can connect with you through self-love. There may be certain people, these could have been some of those masculine energies, but it could also be anyone or anything that you've triggered recently because of the way that your energy is so magnetic, the way that you embody this goddess-like divine feminine essence and beauty. Whatever it was, I feel that you may have had this triggering effect on others, specifically those people and things carrying more so a masculine energy, but in a wounded way, a less awakened masculine kind of energy. You've triggered many of these people and things simply by the way you live your life. I'm hearing even the way that you love yourself will be highly triggering to people who either want to control you or control others, or who haven't learned to love themselves. Because when you are someone who loves yourself, you are uncontrollable, you are limitless, you are completely powerful because you remove the power from anyone externally to define you, to label you, and therefore they lose that kind of control over you. So people who want to control you will feel extremely threatened when you are someone who is extremely self-loving. On the same vein here, you might be triggering certain people who just haven't learned how to love themselves, and when they see you doing it, it has the potential to deeply inspire them to do the same. But not everyone is ready to go on that journey of self-love, and if they're not, they will continue to project judgment towards you, which is really the internal self-judgments they're holding on to that they haven't yet dissolved. I have rest and rejuvenation reversed, sitting on the third eye chakra, so someone's third eye might be keeping them awake or causing them to sleep less or more restlessly. With the sacral chakra reversed and cornucopia upright, I'm hearing that someone who had a fear of rejection has been cut out of your energy to allow you to manifest something that you desire. So this might be, for example, a romantic situation where someone pulled away from you or rejected you because they were afraid of being rejected. This could be a friend, this really could be anyone or anything in your life. But I get the sense this is someone who had a sacral wound, they had a fear of emotional intimacy, a fear of putting themselves out there and then being rejected. So I feel they may have been cut out of your life in some way. Either they may have actively pushed you away, or the circumstances somehow may have removed this person from your life. What you need to know is that this has actually been a massive blessing because it is allowing you, I'm hearing, to step into the sun with the cornucopia card, to really come into a newfound level of manifestation power. Maybe even to manifest something very specific in your life that the presence of this person or situation was actually blocking. But I do get the sense that this person who was blocked out of your life might be thinking a lot about it, and that might be why you're feeling restless, why your third eye chakra is keeping you awake. It's through the third eye that we receive psychic information not only from the spirit realm but from other souls physically incarnated as well. So this person's soul seems to be psychically sending you a lot of energy through the third eye channel, especially at night, as they seem to be thinking about you very restlessly. Whether they're seeing it physically or not, they've sensed energetically, I'm hearing, that you've moved on to bigger and better things, whatever that means for you. But they've sensed that you've come into this newfound manifestation power, that things are moving and shaking in positive ways in your life. I'm also hearing it's like they tried to control something and this got them blocked out of your life. Now, they may have tried to control you, they may have tried to control their feelings for you or stop what they were feeling, they may have just felt very overwhelmed by, I'm hearing, by your success or by the energy that you were radiating, and by your high vibration. Somehow this caused them to feel defeated, maybe it caused them to introspect and by comparison to feel less than or to feel defeated within themselves. But I'm hearing, every trigger is an opportunity to heal, so on a soul level. All of the ways that you seem to trigger this person's fear of rejection, their feeling of lack of success or happiness in their own life, their unhealed wounds, all of these triggers were actually called in spiritually so that they could heal them. But I feel this person resisted the opportunity to heal those triggers, at least for the time being, and as a result, they may have pushed you away or not shown you the love and care that you deserve here, with caring connections reversed. So in the extended version of this reading, we will be going deeper into your messages. We will be talking about anyone or anything that might be connecting with your energy, how they might be affecting you at this time, and we will channel into any spirit guide or higher self messages that want to come through in that extended reading, as well as any other details and pieces of information that want to manifest in that reading. If you resonate with this and feel guided to join our beautiful Patreon Soul Tribe and access the extended version of the reading, the link to do so is in the pinned comment and description box. For now, I'm going to close this first reading here on YouTube with a Rumi Oracle card. The Rumi card here is the sacred phoenix heart. Under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens in total faith. Love tenderly guides every lover to the garden of the heart. Reason says the world is limited in 6 directions, there is no way out. Love says there is a way, and I have traveled it many times. Rumi. The guidebook also says this oracle brings a particular message regarding divine timing. Your time is fast approaching. It may even be now. It may seem least likely to you there may be darkness or confusion. And yet the unveiling of the new dawn is closest to the deepest darkness of night. Do not turn back or away from your progress. Your very next steps shall be upon hallowed ground, rendered golden by the rays of the rising sun. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Thank you so much again for tuning in today and sharing your beautiful energy here. Of course, I am sending you all huge amounts of love, as always. If you resonate with my channel, I invite you to subscribe and join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. I hope you have an amazing, wonderful, magical remainder of your day.